AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's the NFC Championship game. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
A run by Elliott, a good one on first down as he's able to pick up about 6 there.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Prescott from the gun. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A first down throw for Prescott. They got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down, drive keeps moving.
So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the shotgun, again to Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the Saints' 39-yard line.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, the game underneath stuff, you got to go and make the tackle right away.
Cowboys 3, Saints nothing.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Saints trot onto the field behind the veteran right arm of Drew Brees. Breeze, a former Purdue Boilermaker who entered the league back in 2001.
And there's a strong school of thought that this could be the final season for Drew Brees, thus his final games. And obviously, if he was able to get his team to a second Super Bowl and win it, the parade that would follow in New Orleans make Mardi Gras look like a walk in the park.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up the throw. And right away, he lost the football. But fortunately, the Saints weren't able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
from the shotgun. It's Prescott. Looking deep for Elliott. And it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
Cowboys.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Prescott. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This carries into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
It's a gain.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. In on the stop, it was Dorrance Armstrong. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Shotgun now for Brees. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Brees. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Thomas the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And 10.
From the gun, it's Brees. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 39. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Brees' throw on target to Cook, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. And this is good for a first down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
29-yard line.
Here's Brees, and brought in by the tight end Cook. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the end
and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Prescott on first down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Elliott. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Ezekiel Elliott. He was taken down at the 50-yard line. That's a gain of 6.
Prescott now from the 50. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
That's good for a Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the
Prescott looks to throw on first. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
There defensively.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
It's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
14. First down, Saints.
10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports.
Cowboys 10, Saints 3.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 35. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans 1st. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, you can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
To throw is Breeze. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. Made his 1st. This now from 46 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll bring him back within 4.
Cowboys 10. Saints 6.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. That they need him late in the game. His confidence should be sky high.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now.
He's got a man. Complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Nigel Bradham brings him down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And good running, going to get this down close to a 1st at the Saints 35. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Side, it's low. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
10th carry now for Elliott. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Makes the score Cowboys 13. Saints.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. Now Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now an option play on 2nd down. Now Breeze wants the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Dancing to his left, toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Brings up 3rd down. And
on 3rd down, it's Prescott. This one caught left side by Cooper. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
They stopped him in his tracks. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Taken in the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
Breeze now to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, and really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
And you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it. Good, strong twin.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Marcus Davenport just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And not going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Second and 10.
Here's Elliott. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 27. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And it's caught at the 7. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin, 27 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
And it's up and good. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here and down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. They'll line up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Alvin Kamara.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Breeze now. He finds an opening past the 40, and that's caught by Smith. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And this is good for a first down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A gain of 11.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the Saints first down.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, and he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up first and goal. Throwing now is Breeze. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
41.
Alvin Kamara there to make the grab. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is Tony Pollard. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24
Now
yards.
Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
At the 40-yard line.
A second down throw for Prescott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Over the middle to Smith. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The 22-yard line.
This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the Baltimore Ravens are heading back to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half, as one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Taken in the end zone, and we will not see a run back here from Harris. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll start with a give to Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they were able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
A 40-yard punt, given 3 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And in enemy territory last time through the interception, we'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play call. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run with Elliott. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school.
29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run with Pollard. Oh, nice move. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's Pollard again. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Play action now. Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and we will not see a run back here from Harris.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
Brings up third down.
A busy night continues for Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there'll be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you at the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Coverage, and it's intercepted.
You got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
43-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Breeze. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Saints.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
First down.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And Cook has it left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Running with Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown.
Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the night. And the Saints are back within a score.
Point after.
People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Now Pollard. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 32-yard line.
Again, it's Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't want to turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
For a Cowboy.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 38, Prescott. This is caught by Witten, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Flush to his right. He'll run it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Cowboys will executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter. This possession, gigantic. On first down, Breeze. He will go down. A Cowboys sack. Terry Poe marches in for the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
The Saints on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 11. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He's got a first down inside the midfield. And he'll take this down the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. This is Elliott, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On first down, it's Elliott. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You take in charge.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you gotta go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Rolling to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
To throw is Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Loss of 11 yards. It's 2nd
And
and
partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Now Breeze finding Kamara. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
a 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Now Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnovers.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.